welcome. Well, we sure are in a time of change, aren't we? And we really need to hang tight with our new patterning and what we've been shown. We know how to do this. We're being activated. We're being activated through ancient wisdoms. We're getting light code activations. And it's connected to DNA that's been laying dormant within us. And as we transform, as we expand with our knowledge we are seeking, our DNA starts to activate. When we really get into healing, everything changes. Everything changes from within to without. And we really see our right to heal has been taken away from us. And we're taking it back. We're healers. We're harmonizers. And we're raising the vibes around here. And thank you guys for joining me to do just that, from my heart to yours. This is the time we are in. This is what's happening right now. We are connecting with the energy of the stars and the ancients. They're showing us the way. Much of this has been written within the stars. Our destinies, our fate. We're activating with this light. We're activating with these light codes, the diamond codes. We're facing the shadow energies with this light. We're facing the shadows head on. We're not running. We're facing fear. Because we're unconditional love. We continue to just be in the vibration of what we are creating. And we are also unconditional love for self. Now, this is where we're going next. Alchemy. We are the alchemists, and that's how we harmonize. We use alchemy to harmonize with energy. We are kind of taking a little bit of this here, and a little bit of this here, and a little bit of this here to create this great symphony, this harmonic that's going to raise all of our vibration with Mother Earth life. With the light. And in doing that, we're expanding. We're expanding with our energy from within to without, with our light code activations. Our DNA is just lighting up around here. And that is turning the wheel, the great real wheel. And this is birthing the higher octave. And this higher octave, it's angelic light. Light from the heavens. It will be full of messages, angelic messages, heavenly messages, and it will be expanding from within to without as we're really creating New Earth now. It's go time. And it has to do with the triangles that we are creating, the trinities, the holy trinities. Body, mind, soul, connection right there. Masculine, feminine, child. Connection right there. Heavens, the earth, through us. Connection right there. Now we have the patterning we can expand off of life. We're putting together number sequences in order to create new patterning. And we know we're ready to birth a child. Aries is officially here. Thank you. Thank you for that gift. So we have the shapes we need. We have the octahedron. We've created unconditional love through our experiences. And remember, they're all unique because we're all coming back to one in our own unique way because we have to heal all the disconnects. And there's a lot of disconnects we've got to heal from. We've got the hexahedron, nurture and create. Now we have that shape. Both of those shapes are connected to the inner child. They're right there in the cosmic egg. And we're going to birth through. We are in the flower of life stage, the cocoon stage. There is the womb. We're about to break free. And how are we breaking free? With the fruit of life, our spheres of knowledge. Now it's time for us to apply all this knowledge. We've been seeking it. We've been collecting it. We've been forming it. Now we apply it. That's how we expand. We have our expansion, our Fibonacci sequence, our Fibonacci spiral of growth, and we evolve and expand. And we're doing that through our wisdom. Gain greater insight. And this is the key right now. Gain greater insight. And the message to this card was on our last reading. Saturn enters Aquarius. And I will link that down below for anyone who hasn't checked it out yet and would like to hear the message. Now, with wisdom, this is where we are birthing. And we are birthing with our integrity. We have created integrity of the light. For those of you that are resonating with this message, you're understanding what integrity of the light is. And you know what? You have to remember too, if you're meeting people along your path that are still lower vibrational and are not as woke as you, we don't want to get triggered. We don't want to get angry. We're not doing that. That's ego patterning. We just understand they're still having their experience in order to wake. But we have to still continue creating with what we're creating with, because what we're creating with and sharing is helping others to understand, is helping others to lay their own foundations, is helping others to create anew. Some of us are just leading the way in the transformation in order to lay out the patterning, in order to, it's like the great spark, the great change. So we don't want to get stuck lower vibrational ourselves. We want to keep going with our high vibes we're creating. And just let everyone get back to one. And remember, the message right now is kindness. And this is the message they shared with me. I was getting my cards ready to do Saturn enters Aquarius. And this was in this box right here. There's no such thing as a coincidence around here. This was meant to be. And it's the fruit bat, flying fox. And the bat, once again, has a message for us. And it is of kindness. And I find it very interesting that it's a number 12. So we're going from a 12 to a 13 to a 14 through applying our spheres of knowledge to the cocoon stage. Look at this. And you guys know these are different decks. 12, 13, and 14. Right here, the number sequences are all in alignment. And we know we're following our synchronicities, we're following our signs because we are creating patterning. And this is the message. Fruit bat, flying fox. Kindness. Choose kindness, which isn't always the easy way. Kindness will always be repaid. Consider others in your decisions, especially those with less power than you. Repay your debts, spread the seeds of goodwill, and your fortunes will grow. And this is sharing, like, we're not in a time of hoarding and selfishness. We're in a time of sharing our resources and connecting through this experience. We want to keep connecting. We're connecting the dots. We're connecting love and fear. We're connecting good and bad. We're connecting the masculine and feminine, the child, the energy of opposites, youthful energy with mature energy. In order to create the picture, we need the whole, because when we have the whole, then we're going to shift it. We're shapeshifters. And that's how we expand. And it's through kindness, through compassion, through tolerance. Through love, unconditional love, baby. Unconditional. Fruit bats are a vital part of the ecosystem, ensuring seeds are spread and fertility of the land is secured. The energy here is one of fertility and plentifulness. Invite flying fox energy into your workings when you wish to invoke more kindness or fertility. Isn't that very interesting? You know, I haven't read this yet. I like to be surprised too, because this is how I believe. This is the time we're in. And what is incredible is the symbology within this card is connected to the fruit bat, seeds, and baby bat. We're birthing. Seeds, life. And the status of at least concern, but discerning due to habitat loss. And our habitat is changing around us right now as we speak. This is definitely the times we're in. What an incredible message. Like, wow. My body is reacting to this message. I know it's a very, very powerful one. Let's get a message from the moon. Oh, I didn't pick up this card. Wonder why. We're communicating. The air element. These are Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. And we know Saturn's entered Aquarius. We're connecting to raise our vibrations through air, through thought. And we're being blessed. Look, we know we're making the triangle. Grand trine, blessings. We're making the connection of 3. The triangle is the strongest shape there is for a reason. That's why we're making triangles around here. And that one is in the void. We're working with the sun, our spirit. This is the 6th house, our routine. And now we have patterning here that is matching. We're in the cocoon stage here. There's the same patterning as here is here. We need to create daily habits of healing. And what is that for you? Eating high vibe foods, cleaning toxins from our body, mind, soul, drinking clean, pure drinking water that's not very full of toxins and acidic, going to bed at the time that is connected to our cycle and our rhythm, waking up at that is connected to the time of our cycle and our rhythm. Patterns of self-care. You know, bath time, shower time, you time, time with the divine, time for meditation, time for prayer, time for Mother Earth. All these daily patterns in our routine lift our vibration, and they start to create a new vibe. And then the information we're seeking, it starts to resonate on a different level. And we're going to break through this cocoon stage, and look, we're making connections. There's the circle, the sphere, the feminine, and the square, the hexagon, the masculine. And there's the 2 people, the Da Vinci Man, coming together, uniting. 2 halves of the whole to create the whole picture. And we're expanding with the sun, our spirit. The moon is connected to our soul. The sun is connected to our spirit. So we are grounding our soul and we're expanding our spirit. And there is a message in this card for us. And Mercury retrograde reinvention is here. And this was the time where we literally were shown the patterning that we needed to shift from and change from. And it was connected to the South Node, our life's debts. But we're moving from that. We're moving from that because we're creating new patterning. And Uranus is here, and it's connected to our genius. And this is the energy that's connected to Aquarius. And we're just going to use this air energy now and expand with it. We're going to use our intellect. Uranus is definitely known for not being overly emotional. It just gets to the knowledge. It just gets to the genius of the situation. And it's like flashes of genius, like lightning. We're having lightning flashes of genius. You know, have your book. Today is a great day too. We know it's the new moon. Have your book, set your new moon intentions. Have something on your phone, whatever, a notepad open. And when you have these great flashes of genius, jot them down. Because we know we're human, we forget, right? We always are accumulating knowledge within, but it always helps to have a record of it without. We're manifesting again. Mercury is here. So now we have Mercury retrograde and Mercury direct. And now we're going forth with the power of the mind. And this is connected to the magician in the tarot. We're manifesting here. And we know right now this is connected to partners. The 7th house. We're working with the 7th house in partnership. We're coming together. We're uniting. Let's get our message from the sun. Now, the sun is out now, so it's brightened up. I was out looking for La Luna this morning, but she was nowhere to be found. I miss her. I hope to see her soon. The sun. Come and warm it up over here. It's snowing around here, guys, where I'm hanging out. I'd love to see some of this energy. There is a vitality, a life force, an energy, a quickening that is translated through you into action. And because there is only one of you, in all time, this expression is unique. And that quote was thanks to Martha Graham. The sun is the center of our lives, just as it is traditionally in the astrological chart. This is why the placement of the sun is the most significant. The sun is our spirit, our personality. It represents, along with Uranus, and Uranus is here, the animating flash of life. And that is very powerful. Just meditate on that for a minute. The animating flash of life. The sun signifies who we essentially are. It is also the need to express who we are. In ancient belief, the sun is Amen-Ra, the god among all gods, whose name leads to Amen. Now we know where that came from. The word at the end of a prayer. The sun rules over the condition of our bodies. It is the return to light. That's also key. The ability to transform and rise again. The sun represents our health, vitality, and dynamism. The sun is our strength and what we put our focus on. Is connected to the idea of a life-giving creator. Is also the universal spark called spirit that enlivens the body. It's our strength and our desire to bring on the outside what exists on the inside. And that is it. Now we are expanding from within to without. Thanks to the moon and the sun. This card is connected to the sun in the tarot. But there's a direct link to Uranus here. And this card is connected to the Tower in the tarot. And this is the time that we are in. Towers hit. The public is wonderfully tolerant. It forgives everything except genius. And that's thanks, that quote, to Oscar Wilde. And this is all about the sudden bolt of surprise that causes chaos. Uranus, the great awakener, is here to wake you up. And this is connected to technological advancements, the times we are in. As the higher octave of Mercury, Uranus arrives to break the rules and smash established structures. We need this energy right now. Uranus arrives to break the rules and smash established structures. It is the planet of not only genius, but also intuition, which arrives in sudden flashes, just like lightning seemingly out of nowhere. And we know that lightning is a very powerful energy for us and can strike twice, even more than that. Uranus is the revolutionary planet, opening up channels to the higher mind and bringing about necessary changes which can no longer be resisted. Also, the great humanitarian. It symbolizes the one who doesn't really need a partner, but is a friend and soulmate to everyone. And this is connected to our technological advancements. UFOs, the great unknown. And this is what we were talking about before. It's like, you know, we're all on different levels of awakening, right? But some of us have to go first. It's just the way it is. And some of us have already been doing this for a very long time. But we just understand that some of us are going first, and that in creating with our genius, our knowledge, what we've seen, and it's connected to this energy because this is how we're going to revolutionize the world. And we just hang tight and find tolerance for the people that are not there yet. You know, like I'm triggered sometimes by people that say they're woke and then act extremely lower vibrational. And I'm like, what? You're telling me you're woke, but you're acting like this? And then I have to remember, you know, I was there too. And I have to allow other people not to lower my vibration within, and they have to have their experience in order to create without. Now, it's just, I'm not going to allow their lower vibrations to affect my vibrations. We are harmonizing, though. That's where things get tricky, because we're all interconnected. That's why we are triggered and things affect us, because we're interconnected, and things do affect our vibration. That's why we have to learn how to be our own alchemists, and how do we use that energy, negative, to as fuel to continue to uplift and create the positive. So we've got here the Ace of Swords. We started off with the Ace of Swords. Moving to Temperance. We know Temperance is helping us out here with our blessings, helping us make the connections we need to make of the dark and the light to heal from the shadow energies that are causing harm. Surprise, surprise. Then we have the Seven of Pentacles, and we know the Seven of Pentacles is helping us with our growth and expanding the new ecosystems that we're going to be creating, because we're going to be healing with Mother Earth. And it starts with healing with ourselves, first and foremost. And we've got the Two of Swords creating peace from the Ten of Swords here with our life stats. And Mercury retrograde, we are creating peace from our endings, from balancing our karmic scales from our life stats. We know this is the Tower and this is the Magician. Mercury being the Magician, Uranus being the Tower, and the Sun. Now we've made the connections we need to make, and it's connected to partnerships. And this is the balancing of partnerships, period. It's harmonization and balancing all of our relationships. Equality, right here. That lovely Libran energy. And this is connected to justice in the tarot. All right, let's see what's being activated here. What is being activated here? We're also going to be getting a message for the masculine and feminine. And you know, speaking of, remember that some of us have to go first. We have to still remain humble. It's not like, oh, I'm better than you, I'm going first. It's like, no, this was just my path. And we are all one. We're not doing that lower vibrational shenanigans anymore. We're hanging tight with the light. And it's important to hang tight with the light. Just look at the times we're in. Use that as your integrity of the light. You know, hang tight with that. The more of this connection to the divine and this new patterning that we're laying out through being activated with these diamond light codes, the better off we're going to be. And, you know, we just keep hanging tight with that. We just keep creating with that energy. This is the time now. And many of us have been expanding for a very long time, and we're just ready. We're just ready for this. We've been waiting in the wings. We're going to turn them. We're going to change direction, and there it is. Mars. Mars helps us to deal with our aggression, and this makes a lot of sense with the sun being here. And look, fire. We've got the sun. Oh, and Capricorn's right there with Leo. Wow. Mars is helping us to heal from our aggression, and we're going to go higher vibe. And the thing is, Mars teaches us what we need to fight for, and right now we need to fight for a better Earth. We need to fight for new Earth. We need to fight with creating with integrity, because things have been twisted through fear and separateness and selfishness for far too long. We're creating with integrity, compassion, tolerance, unconditional love, joy, happiness. So we're going toe-to-toe with the devil. It's not about I anymore. Not I. We're applying the we to this. We unite. We unite. And we unite with the light. We find strength with the fire energies, because we know this is about our action now. And we are acting with integrity of the light here. We're acting with strength to face the shadow energies. We're also acting, we need that Leo energy, because Leo is completely fine with rocking their shine in the private domain as well as the public domain. And that's where we are higher vibe. We face the shadow energies, and we're ready to rock our shine from within to without wherever we go. And this is going to affect sleeping people as well as people that are beginning to wake up, because we're not running from the shadows. We've been training for this. We've been having experience in order to face them. Now we're just doing what we've already done, but just on a bigger scale, and we understand why we're doing it now. All right, and this is connecting us to Cancer. And Cancer, we know, is helping us to connect to our feelings and growth, our growth and expansion. And this is the nurturing energy. We need to nurture. We need to feed the child, right? And this is helping us to create the equality, and we are now connected to Aquarius. We're woke here. We're activating with those diamond light codes. We are definitely activating. And Pluto's helping us out. Pluto's helping us to transform from the extremes, because we're pulling in the energy of opposites from one extreme to the next, and we're going to transform with them. And we know we're healing from lust. It's very key. All right, now let's see what's happening here. I want to go and we're connecting. We're birthing the new from the old. So we're connecting. And I want to just get a message to start off. Where are we birthing from? And then we're going to see where we're going. And we're going to get a message from our ancients. And we're going to let the child ring in and speak. And then I will be having separate readings for the masculine and feminine. That will, of course, not be as long. But I gotta get the information out, guys. Oh, I didn't even notice these cards fell out here. They're the message. Just please bear with me while I get the message out. Adjustment. And this is justice. We're balancing our karmic scales. These are the same cards, and I love how it landed out over there, and I didn't even notice. With the Four of Swords, our truce. And now we are creating a truce. This is how the creation of peace. This is healing from the Three of Swords, the pain, with the Fourth Sword, the clarity. And we know that because that's the message we just received. We started off with the air energies helping us to make the shape of the triangle. And that's what we are doing here. And let's just see what's it connected to. The Queen of Wands, of course, we need to use all this firepower. And she looks like Lady Liberty. And her staff has a pine cone on the end. And we know our pineal glands are being activated through all this purification of we've been doing of body, mind, soul. Our pineal glands are being activated with energy from the ancients. And this is connected to the energy of the ancients. This is fierce. This is a fierce Lady Liberty, ready to fight for justice, for what's right. And it's a truce to create harmony. It's connected to the divine. There's so much divinity in here. And it's also connected to science, because we know the Six of Wands, we need science right now. Science is going to help us expand. That's connected to that Aquarius energy and Uranus. And this is activating our swiftness. We need this energy to birth and expand. And look, now we're connecting. We're connecting all these shapes. We're connecting the tetrahedrons. We're connecting, we have the masculine and feminine energy. We're starting to make the shape of the diamond. And we are freeing our rainbow light. We're healing with our chakras. Okay, now let's see where we're going. So now we're going to apply the Starseed Tarot and see what's being activated here. The Sage of Orbs. We're working with the swords again. We're working with the air elements. So this is the Sage of Swords. That sure looks like enlightenment to me, because we're working with reason, and reason is the Hierophant. So we're having our enlightenment. There's our diamond light activations right here through the Sword of Clarity, through the Sword of Light. We are the Sage of Swords at this point. We've got some experience. We're using reason, and look, because we are creating with the shapes. We know we're creating with shapes. I want you to see all the shapes up there. And the last shape that we have to add to the mix is the dodecahedron. That's what they shared with me. Right now, everything is about the dodecahedron. And the shape that we are birthing that's connected to Metatron's cube is the Vesica Pisces. This is what channeled information that I've received, and I love to see that we have the shapes here, and it's connected to transition, because now we're going to transition. We're going to transition from the old to the new, and we're walking away from what no longer serves us with the Eight of Chalices in order to find guidance. And we are seeking guidance, and that's connected to our truth, our peace, our clarity. And we're going to heal with the Six of Flames. We're going to heal from the dark with our light, from the shadow energies. And it's connected to the Ace of Cups and the alchemy that we are doing, because we're alchemists, and we balance our karmic scales. And this is being in the tail, the flow. It's about giving and taking. It's equal. We're not just selfish. We're just not going to take and materialize whatever we want to materialize. No, we take, we expand, and then we give back, and we let others expand. The earth has to expand. The animals have to expand. The insects. It's not just all about humanity expanding, and that's where we've been twisted for far too long. We need to give back. And that's where Starseeds and Twin Flames are really going to start activating. We're going to start activating in order to give back. And that giving back and being in the flow with the tail is going to be what set things right. And there's a crystal activation in this card, and it has to do with what is being gifted to us for all this work. And I want to find out what it is. I want to get a message from our ancients. I want to get a message from our ancients, but they want me to use this deck. All right. And then we will get a message. So let's just see what we are creating, what shape we are creating here. What's going down? We know right here, the 10 of Wands is right here. Oh my goodness. That's why this deck was still speaking. We're bringing our flame from within to without. We're setting it free. And here's the Ace of Flames right here. So there's all the flame action, all this firepower. We know we've been illuminated with our spirit, the sun. We're expanding. This is about our soul's expansion through our spirit with the sun energy. So we use the moon energy to ground our soul, and then we expand it with our spirit. And that's the higher vibe, the higher vibration we are connecting to expand. And now we're manifesting. We're manifesting with our flame. Well, let's just see, what shape are we creating here? Ooh, I'm getting a little lit over here with all this flames energy. I just need to get myself back down. Okay. Thank you for showing up. I love you. Wow. Oh. Guys, what shape are we creating? The tetrahedron. Take action. And that's what we're doing. We're taking action. We're taking action with our flame. And we're taking action with our flame in order to set ourselves free and manifest. And the Master of Chalices is sitting right here. We're mastering our gifts. We're mastering love. We're mastering connection. We're mastering how to nurture thyself, how to nurture other life energies. Wow, wow, wow. And this is connected to our unlimited potential as we are consciously now creating our reality. We are consciously creating our reality. We're co-creators. And we're woke, we're conscious. So everything that's happening within our life, no, we're not in control, but we're in charge. And we're in charge of our energy. We're in charge of how we act, how we respond. We're in charge of how we take action. And this is connected to our vitality. So we're going to be energizing our whole beings. And yes, of course we are. We have all this flames energy. We have all this God spark. And this is connected to, and I just picked up 2 cards and not for no reason here. We've got the ancient sound frequencies. We're going to use these ancient sound frequencies and we're going to rebalance energy, our frequency and vibration. This is very key right now, they're sharing with me. And the one that it's connected to is 285 hertz. Optimal health and well-being. So right now, guys, please use this frequency. You can find them on YouTube to heal with, okay? As well as this one, 963 hertz, and that's connected to our true state of being. So we're getting to our truth, and we're also getting to our optimal health. Now we're really going to be vibing high. We need to be vibing high because we're awakening. Akashic records, conscious evolution. And that's what we're doing. We're consciously evolving, and it's in order to find balance. We're rebalancing. This is connected to vector equilibrium, where we're the same within and without. And we know we are balancing our karmic scales. That's why justice is here. That's why the Lord of Karma is here and has entered Aquarius. Because we are creating harmony. And we're creating harmony, harmonious surroundings. And that's through the energy of the Taurus. It's where we give back, right? So we're just always expanding without regeneration. or we're just always taking without giving, eventually we deplete. But the energy of the Taurus allows the flow, the great flow. And that's what we're doing. We're making the great flow. Because that's why you're seeing everything so lower vibrational. The flow has been distorted, but we're fixing that around here. And it's through our clarity. Stay clear and focused. And there is our pineal gland activation. We are awakening the pineal gland because we're making the connections we need to make, and we're also detoxifying from what's lower vibrational, keeping us sick, stuck, and stagnant. This is very, very important. We need our pineal gland because we need to make sense of our intuition. So we need to have our intuition in play, but we also need to make sense of it. And I want you to see, guys, there are the tetrahedrons right here. So this shape is very important. And we know it's connected to MERKABAH healing, healing on all levels of being. And this is connected to Saturn being in Aquarius and what's being activated with our diamond light codes. It's this. Through our pineal gland. We need our MERKABAH. We just need it. And there is Metatron's cube. We've come full circle because we know this is the pattern we are creating. And this is connected to what's going down over here. All the different shapes we are making in order to create Metatron's cube. Because we're birthing with it. And 741 hertz expression. And we really need to express ourselves because we know we started off with communicating. We started off with the air energies, and the message of that is communicating. I got so many cards over here, guys. This is going to help us with communicating. We are communicating. We know that, right? Our expression. So now we're going to use that 11 of Cups energy because we are using the alchemy of the cups here. We're going to use the 11 of Cups energy, and it's our emotional intellect, and we need to learn how to express ourselves properly through our emotional intellect. There's our connection, as well as we know this is connected to the other triangle, our blessings. Take action. I take back my power and trust in my ability to succeed. The tetrahedron has appeared to you today as you are experiencing an imbalance within your solar plexus. Your ego and self-esteem are out of sorts, which may be causing you to suffer from indigestion or stress. If you are allowing yourself to take on the emotions or actions of others, you are letting your ego interfere. If trust is an issue for you, it is time to recognize your worth or your ability to succeed, or both. It's time now, guys. We're going first. We're going first, right? So let's do this. Sacred geometry. The tetrahedron has 4 faces and is one form of a pyramid. There's our other connection. We've been connecting to the pyramids and the Sphinx. Pyramid of Giza. It works with the element of fire and can be used at the solar plexus. It is a dual unto itself. When 2 tetrahedrons are placed together, they form the MERKABAH. And now we know we've got the sun here. We have all this fire power energy. We need to use it. We need to use it to heal our solar plexus, and that's where do we get our personal power from? The devil energies or the divine. The tetrahedron is considered the most stable of the platonic solids. And there we go. We've created stability of the light. Representing the navel, and that's what this is representing. The navel or the sacral chakra. In this area, we are dealing with the endocrine gland, pancreas, and adrenal glands. And we need to use this to heal from the devil energies, all that stimulus and addiction so that we can keep that pineal gland activated. This center deals with the lower self or the ego, issues of personal power, self-esteem, self-worth, acceptance, or acceptance of self. Now, we need to work on our acceptance of self, because that's what we're doing with the Justice card and partners. This is where the identity of self is born. We start recognizing the identity of self. But it's how do we balance that with others? And that's what we're learning how to do. We're learning the self and the energy of self, the energy of the dolphin, right? But then also, how do we balance that and harmonize with others? It's really important to keep this chakra balanced, because that's where we get our personal power from. We want to keep our chakras in flow and moving, right? And this is about like our environments putting us under stress. And then we want to go lower vibrational because we're in all this stress. But it's about making a conscious decision, you know, with all of our burdens, to make time for ourselves. To go for a walk at the beach. To go, I mean, you gotta use social distancing right now wherever you're going. But it's really about taking that time for yourself, doing that thing you need to do for you, and making the time to do it, because that's not selfish. We need to feed thyself too, because the more energy we put in, the more we put out. We just don't unbalance it, you know, we don't get extreme. It's not all about self. We're in the tail. It's give and take in a balance. And this is connected to number 11. We know the Great Awakening code. And we have a special affirmation we can say, and I want to say it because I find that these can be extremely powerful and healing as well. My ego is in perfect balance. It is my drive, my motivation, my will to succeed. I am motivated, I am empowered, I am driven. I do not fear success, I am successful. And we don't want to fear success, we want to be successful. We're here, we matter. Now, that was a lot of information. Let's see what the child has to say. What does the child have to say right now? We are healing on all levels of being. This is beautiful. We need to stay determined with the King of Discs, the King of Pentacles energy. And this is understanding where our kingdoms are. Are our kingdoms of the light? Or are they of New Earth? Or are they the old paradigms? Because if they are, we're still feeling dull. We're not feeling determined. We want to be following the energy of the light. That sun energy. There's the sun right there. Because this is about our soul's expansion. So we're going to use the Prince of Swords energy. And we are creating with all the other elements here. So we can shapeshift. And we're on a chariot. And we have the scythe from the death card, so we can remove away anything that's lower vibrational right away. And we also have the sword of clarity, the sword of light. And that's what's driving us. And we still are in the cocoon stage here. You can see right back here. We're in the cocoon stage. But we're not for long, because we're blasting on through with Metatron's cube. Here's the chariot. And we're connected to the energy of our ancients. We formed Metatron's cube. We're moving forward. And I love that we've connected right there a holy trinity. Masculine, feminine, and the moon. Through the energy of Cancer. And we know that Cancer is here somewhere on this table in order to help us with our growth, our forward movement, and expanding from old self to new self. And we're going to do this through the Princess of Cups energy. We need to dream again. We need to dream again, because here we're going to use the feminine energy and we're going to combine it with the masculine energy. The Prince of Wands. So the Princess of Cups and the Prince of Wands, and these are more youthful energies. And now we're using our dreams in order to create our visions. And we are expanding. We're going to be expanding out of the cocoon stage at this point. And we know we've faced the shadow energies. And we're allowing our visions to help us transform. And here's New Earth. There's our legacy right here. And it's thanks to the Empress, the connection to Venus and La Luna and the nurturing. All the nurturing we're about to do around here. Because that's what's building our foundation. The nurturing thyself, the nurturing of others, the nurturing of the planet, the animals, the bugs, the life, you know? Because we are healing from our Three of Swords in order to create change. And look at all that flow. And look, now we've entered the tail. And this card stuck to here. I want to know what it is so badly. This is the way, the tail. And we release to embrace. We release the old to embrace the new. But it's through the all. It's through the whole picture. We need the energy of the opposites to unite in order to expand and create a new. What I love is you can really see Patch has done such a good job here. The Patch Tarot from Spirit Signs, thank you. To show what we're really doing here with all these symbols. And we now have a completion and an embodiment of the crown. And this is thanks to Saturn and the Earth. Look at that activation. And we have successfully created stability of the light with the Four of Wands, and we walk over that bridge to New Earth, what we've created through with all that light. And let's just see what the ancients have to say about that. The Emperor. Now we have the Empress and the Emperor. We've got the Moon. And now we have the Sun. And there's our expansion. There's this energy right here. We found balance to expand with the masculine energy through our connection to the feminine. What a glorious time. And it's connected to the Seven of Cups and seeing through our illusions. All right, now we're going to get one last message and say goodbye because I'm going to head on over to the feminine and the masculine. All right, Crystal Medicine Oracle. Earth, air, water, fire. Creation, please put healing energy within these cards. We need a sacred message today. Yes, thank you, Amen. Wow, that was quick. And we're right on points. The Healer. The Shaman energy, and this is number 14. So now we have our connection. This is applying our spheres of knowledge through the medicine of the healer. Healer. You have called this card into your awareness today as a confirmation that you are your greatest healer and that healing is at hand. You have been a healer in many lifetimes and are currently being invited to awaken to this powerful gift within you. Can you feel this truth, energy, and knowing deep within you? Do people naturally come to you for advice and feel comfort in your presence? Have you been going through your own healing journey? Have you been asking the universe for confirmation of your life path? Do you have a natural way with animals and a connection to the earth? Have you been wanting to venture into the healing arts? All of these are signs that you are a healer and you have been searching for. And it's time to connect and deeply awaken to this important aspect of your soul. This is a natural part of your progression, and everything you have already been through in your life has made you ready to dive into your healing gifts. You are encouraged to find a modality that inspires you, whether it's energy healing, natural medicine, social work, or some sort of body movement. It's time to awaken your healing gifts and share them with the world. And this is the time we're in. And that's why we have gone through all this experience. That's how we forgive and we let go and we move on from the past. It's like we're not staying stuck there. We had these experiences in order to understand how to heal. And now we're going to rock that. We're going to rock our shine, and we're going to do what we came here to do. We're on mission work. We're on point. And this is all about activating the gifts of the shaman and the shamanika. The masculine and feminine healer. And that's what we are. I want to thank you guys for joining me here. Much love and healing vibes sent your way to create with today, and I look forward to seeing you at the reading for the masculine and feminine if you choose to join me. Take care.